America, the land of freedom, but also a place where violence frequently occurs, raising many questions about why American police act so aggressively, even firing their weapons repeatedly. The following video will help you understand better. Around noon on February 4th, 2002, the New Mexico Police Department received a support request from Homeland Security. They were informed to assist in intercepting, if possible, a 39-year-old suspect named Omar Felix Cueva, who was under surveillance for illegal activities. He was driving a white Chevrolet pickup truck. Not long after, Patrol Officer Darian Jarrott, while on duty on Interstate 10, spotted a vehicle matching the description. He immediately reported to dispatch and initiated a stop.
Gonna be on I-10, eastbound at about the 101. Our temp tag 0527 Edward Paul. It's gonna be a white Chevy pickup, one aboard. Can't tell what state the temp tag's out of.
The driver seemed very cooperative, pulling over right away when asked. However, what's worth noting is, Homeland Security did not warn that this man could be extremely dangerous. Still, the officer approached the vehicle cautiously. He walked up to the window, knocked gently, and greeted him.
Afternoon, sir. My name's Darian. I'm with New Mexico State Police. The reason for the stop is your window tint's a little too dark. Dark? Yeah. Do you mind if I open the door? Or if you want to roll down the window more.
The driver cooperatively rolled down the window.
Dark? Yeah. I know you got temp tags. You got registration for the vehicle? Yes, sir.
The man responded that he was calling his wife to ask about the car insurance info. When asked to step out of the vehicle for inspection, he hesitated, reluctant to leave the driver's seat. To avoid tension, the officer gently asked,
What was your name? Omar Cueva? Omar Cueva?
As soon as he heard the name, Officer Jarrott immediately became alert. That was exactly the name Homeland Security was monitoring. However, to avoid raising suspicion, he remained calm and continued checking the insurance as a pretense.
While she's sending the pic, let's go so that I can run my checks on you. Get up? Yeah, so I can run my checks and I can talk to you real quick while I'm running my checks, and then you'll show me the picture right away because I got paperwork I gotta do, you know? Hey, real quick. You have a firearm on you? Yeah. Oh no, I see it. Thanks. You mind if I take it off you for my safety? Alright, hold on. Alright, let's go to my vehicle, okay? Come on.
After noticing the suspect had a weapon, the officer still kept a calm demeanor. He spoke gently with him, hoping the man wouldn't act impulsively. The suspect also appeared cooperative. He carefully took out the handgun from his waist, placed it aside, then slowly opened the car door to step out. But no one expected that. There wasn't just one gun in his vehicle. In a moment when the officer let his guard down, the suspect pulled out a large object, then quietly removed the safety pin. All of it happened out of sight. Let's continue watching. Just a few minutes after the man fled the scene, nearby officers rushed over upon hearing gunshots. However, after assessing the situation, they realized it was already too late. As soon as the report reached headquarters, a large-scale mobilization was launched. Many patrol units were urgently deployed to intercept the suspect along likely routes. At the same time, checkpoint teams ahead began taking position.
Hotel? Where is he?
33 Central, shots fired from the suspect, shots fired.
Where is he? Right there. Fuck this.
However, since the suspect was driving at extremely high speed, the front units couldn't stop him in time. Shortly after, an officer known as the star of the police force joined the chase. In pursuit,
I can't see him anymore.
Right on Avenida Security, please. Let's try to go.
So supposed to work towards the right. We're coming right into the seal.
after reporting the situation to HQ, the star officer caught up with the suspect and prepared for a high-risk interception maneuver. Now let's see how his tactical skills are put into action. We'll review the entire chase from multiple camera angles.
Heading in the opposite direction of traffic.
From the perspective of a bystander.
Watch out! Watch out! Hey, get the fuck back!
We can clearly see the decisiveness and top-notch driving skills of the officer. In less than a minute, the chase ended with adrenaline running high. He didn't even realize that he had been shot during the action. Later, authorities confirmed the suspect, Omar, was apprehended and died at the scene. Omar Felix Cueva had a long criminal history. June 1994, convicted of intentional property damage. June 2000 and September 2001, 2 convictions for possession of illegal substances. Later charged with importing contraband, sentenced to prison and placed under special supervision since October 2004. August 2006, convicted of forgery and burglary. March 2007, violated probation and received additional sentencing. August 2008, again convicted for importing illegal substances. September 2010, charged in California with intent to distribute drugs. October 2010, together with 2 others, was charged with knowingly possessing several pounds of methamphetamine for distribution. August 2011, pleaded guilty to 3 charges. Used a phone to support illegal operations. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Before the incident occurred, Omar was on his way to a location for a deal. Later, police found inside his vehicle 2 modified rifles, 2 handguns, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, and a large amount of drugs. By law, he was prohibited from possessing any firearms. However, those guns had been legally purchased under his wife's name. She had provided false information during the purchase process. Because of that act, his wife was prosecuted by federal authorities. This operation involved the participation of over 100 police officers from Las Cruces Police Department, Dona Ana County Sheriff's Office, and the United States Border Patrol. Throughout the entire operation, 8 officers were forced to fire their weapons to neutralize the suspect. All were placed on paid administrative leave, pending internal investigation procedures. Notably, one officer who directly confronted Omar was shot multiple times. He was immediately airlifted to a hospital in the state of Texas for treatment. Fortunately, his injuries were not life-threatening. However, it took him nearly 2 years to fully recover. In this case, all officers involved in the shooting were awarded medals in recognition of their bravery and dedication. But what saddened many the most was the sacrifice of Officer Darian Jarrott, the first to approach and stop the white pickup truck. On that fateful afternoon, his career began as a commercial vehicle enforcement officer. By December 2014, he completed training and officially received his law enforcement certification. He was assigned to the Transportation Control Division on the front lines, where officers regularly face dangerous situations but receive little attention. By July 2015, Darian Jarrott was sworn in as an officer of the New Mexico State Police, and from then on, he served with dedication until the final moments of his life. His passing left a tremendous loss. 3 young children and a wife pregnant with their 4th child. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security offered its deepest condolences to Officer Jarrett's family and expressed respect to all law enforcement personnel. We mourn the hero Darian Jarrott, who fell in the line of duty protecting the community and serving the state of New Mexico. For the safety of the people, he gave his all. The private funeral service was held on Tuesday, February 16, 2021, at a cemetery in Los Angeles with tearful farewells from colleagues, loved ones, and the local community. This incident left 3 officers injured by gunfire. On November 6, 2021, in the city of Wauwatosa, 2 close-knit gangs engaged in a shootout inside a hotel. After the gunfire, when police arrived to investigate, they discovered a locked room, refusing to cooperate for inspection. At that time, no one expected that inside the room, there was still one person who hadn't escaped. A member of the armed group that had caused the chaos. Fortunately, one officer was only shot in the wrist. His colleague quickly threw over a bloodstop kit to help. The emergency response team arrived immediately.
All right, go. Deal with him. All right.
Got it.
Yep. Want me to take him out? Take him out. All right. Tighten this one for me. One more. You gotta take it out though.
You're gonna have to.
A team moved in to provide cover, ready to shield the injured officer during retreat. If the suspect had rushed out firing, no one could have known who would fall first. Footage from another officer showed the intense standoff clearly. After several unanswered knocks on the door, the police decided to force entry. But just as the door was about to give way, a barrage of bullets burst from inside. An officer was shot while breaching the door and collapsed on the spot. A close-quarters gunfight broke out, tense and extremely dangerous.
Get me out of this!
After ensuring the injured officer could retreat safely, they took up ambush positions around the staircase. 15 minutes later, the suspect chose to surrender, stepping out of the room with both hands raised, completely unharmed. He knew full well that if he didn't step out, a hail of bullets would rain down on his hiding spot. This incident left 3 police officers injured, to varying degrees. But fortunately, after treatment, all 3 made a full recovery. The suspect, Kenneth, 33 years old, is now facing prosecution on 10 charges, including 3 counts of first-degree attempted murder And that was the full story of a day on duty for American law enforcement, where every decision, every step can be the line between life and death.